So welcome back. This is African Villages Exposed, and with your girl, the one and only Ladybird. So welcome back, friends. Welcome back, families. Welcome back. So guys, on today's episode, we are going to be discussing Mama Chogo and her finally having her land, guys. So let's congratulate Mama Chogo and her finally purchasing land. Let's congratulate, guys. Let's congratulate. Also, guys, let's also congratulate another win for Mama Chogo with her son being able to go back to school. Let's congratulate, guys. Let's congratulate. So guys, on this channel, I want you guys to know and realize that we're not all negative. First of all, we're not negative at all. We love to see these African villagers' lives improve. And we love to see them get what they deserve, but what we will always call out is when we see that they are being scammed and that they are being used and mistreated and not getting everything due to them. So guys, let's touch down. Let's dig into it. Guys, because you know we gonna dig into it every time. So with Mama Chogo land, guys, we saw on the newest video discussing her land, everything with finding the right plot and all of that stuff. So we saw that. We saw how the land was paid for. What Lynette did allow to be shown. We saw that. When the money was transferred, Lynette's name was on that transfer. We saw that. We heard Lynette say that they haven't received all the money that was raised in the GoFundMe. We don't know if that's the case or not. We're just going by her word, right? Just going by her word. But we know her word is a lie. We know she'll tell a lie, guys, because we've discussed it in other videos. Lynette Key would tell a lie, honey. She would tell a bold-faced lie every time. So we saw that. And we also heard in the video, most of the things that Lynette Key was saying, because she did a lot of talking in the video, and so did her husband do, some talking in the video. But let's dig when it comes to the land. So we saw when everything was being signed, how Lynette was there and how she was telling everyone what to sign and where to sign. And my thing is this: are you a land seller in Kenya? Because I'm so confused. They were there in the professional's office. He should have been the one directing everyone on what to do, how to do it, where to do it, when to do it. He should have been, instead of her. And that's one thing that I noticed. When she is in these videos, she takes over every aspect of the video. These are adults that you're dealing with. Mama Chogo is an adult. Her husband, he is an adult. He's an adult. Yes, they are living in the village. Yes, they grew up in the village, but they are adults. And they are capable of things being explained to them and for them to carry out those things. They are capable of doing that. One thing in the video, guys, that really, that I didn't appreciate when I watched, when they were discussing Mama Chogo's son going back to school. I don't know if you guys saw it or if you caught it, but how Lynette kept saying, she paid for this, and she purchased this, and she did this, and she did this, and she did this, and she did this. That further lets you guys know that the money from this channel is going into her pocket, and that she disperses it the way she sees fit, when she sees fit. When they went to purchase Mama Chogo's son's school supplies. That whole process, Lynette had the list, and Lynette had the money. Clarice didn't have the money, Mama Chogo didn't have the money. If you guys don't know how things are paid for on the African continent, you use your phone, and if you're not paying, with cash or whatever in the store, majority of the time you use your phone and you transfer money from one account to the next. But you have to have your phone to do it. Have you guys ever seen Clarice or Mama Chogo with a phone in any of these videos? When they're out making major purchases that is going to be more than a little pocket cash that they have. Have you ever seen them out making these purchases without Lynette around? That's going to tell you no, because it is no. Now, when they make little purchases in their village, where they can use their little pocket change, that's fine. But when it's major purchases that's going to really cost money, Lynette is always there because she controls those purse strings, guys. No money is spent without her. Now, she can get on here and she can say she doesn't control this, she doesn't control that. But in the videos, you can see it for yourself. You can see it for yourselves. Even when they were in the shoe store, and I want you guys to really, go back and look and pay attention when they were in the shoe stores buying items, because first they started purchasing items for Mama Chogo's son. And then you see Lynette asks for shoes for herself. And then after that happens, Clarice has gotten to the point to where Clarice knows that this money is the money from this channel, and it's essentially her channel, although she doesn't control the purse strings, but she has put the work in. So Clarice begins to pick up things for her and for her children. And I want you guys to pay attention to Lynette's face when that happens, because in the beginning she wasn't happy about it. You can tell in her face or expression and in her body language that irritated her. And then Lynette's husband was the cameraman on this picture, on this video. So he told Mama Chogo, because Mama Chogo was just sitting there. She wasn't touching anything because she didn't have the money. She doesn't have money. So he told Mama Chogo to pick out some shoes. You can tell he told her to go get her some shoes, and then she got up and she picked out some shoes. And then she was told to pick out a book bag for her son, Chogo. So she picked out a book bag for him. But guys, you can tell who controls all of the money. She does. Even though she will get on these channels, on this channel, even though Lynette would get on here and she will say that, she doesn't control their money. She hasn't used any money from that channel, to build her house. All the money from that channel has gone strictly into, Clarice and her family and Mama Chogo and her family. But guys, we know that's a lie. The money for the Mama Chogo's land came from the GoFundMe. Even though Lynette says she doesn't have all the money hasn't been sent to her. But we know Lynette will lie. We know Lynette will lie. Lynette has been a proven liar. You guys see it. We know her husband, Charlow, is a lie. Their channels are growing simply because they advertise their channels on Clarice's channel. That's the only reason their channel is growing, guys. That's the only reason it's growing. Prior to that, the money from this channel was building Lynette's lifestyle. Because it wasn't her channel. It was not her channel. The funds from African Village Life, or the funds being used by Lynette and her husband to fund their lifestyle. Point blank, period. And it has been proven. And every time someone says something on the channel, what do? They'll delete the comments. But people are seeing it. And she's getting upset because she doesn't want you talking about it. But, like I've said in previous videos and previous episodes, if you really want people to think you a good person, be a good person. Be a good person. Why can't Mama Chogo go pay for her son's school needs without depending on you? Because you're saying you're using proceeds from the channel to help her and her family, but why isn't she being given any of those proceeds? You're not giving her any money because she can't even buy her son's school fees and her son's school uniforms without you. And we know that she knows what he needs when it comes to school supplies. We know she knows, you know, when I say she, I mean Mama Chogo. We know Mama Chogo knows what her son needs when it comes to, you know, uniforms. Because she has sent him to school before. She just had to stop because she couldn't afford it. So we know Mama Chogo knows how to go and purchase her son's school supplies. We know she knows how to go and purchase his uniforms. We know she knows how to go to the school and pay his fees. So if you are actually using the proceeds and giving Mama Chogo proceeds from the channel to help out, like you claim, why can't Mama Chogo order his uniforms? Why on the channel you're talking about, you know, on this video, you talking about how you order so much stuff and you're paying for the stuff for not only Mama Chogo's son, but for Claris's children when it comes to their shoes and things like that, because in the shoe store you made that comment. So if you're not taking the money from the channel and you're not divvying it out how you see fit, why don't they have the funds to do these things themselves? Why can they only make little small purchases in the village when they're purchasing like little small food items? When they're going to purchase huge things, you know, for their home and, you know, things for, and when I say home, I mean Claris' home. They're making huge purchases for their home, like when Claris has, you know, purchased all the dishes and everything that she needed for her home and the things for her bathroom and the curtains and all of that stuff. Why did you have to be there to pay for it if you were giving them what they are earning from the channel? We know you're not. Every major purchase, you have to be there because you're the one paying for it. But you love to say, and your husband loves to say, that you guys are helping these villagers. You're not. These villagers in this channel, and not only this channel, I'm gonna talk about the other channels in upcoming videos. After this video, I'm gonna do a video about Claris, and then after that video, I'm gonna do a video about African homestead living. So we're gonna get into it. We're gonna keep digging, because these channels were your big money grab for you and your husband. And I stand corrected, guys. On previous videos, I said that Everline and Tash Key were probably one of their children, but on this video, she said that Everline was her sister. So it makes sense, because like I said, Everline and Tash Key had just graduated college, and then with no money and no real jobs, they had the funds to build a massive home the way they built and furnish it with all brand new, expensive, nice furniture. Guys, you know that's a lie. You know that's a lie. You know that these siblings, Lynette and Everline, shared that money from the African Village Living channel and then from the other African channels that they had Claris on years ago that has over 100,000 subscribers. And the whole time, Claris in that channel, still sleeping on a dirt floor, still don't have any clothes, still didn't have any hygiene products, you know, still being portrayed, because in the early channels, they portrayed Claris as a single mother by herself. And y'all, the videos are out there, go look at them. You don't have to take my word for it. Go look at them. Go look at this time doing these channels and how Clarice was living and the views on these channels and the subscribers. If you know how these YouTube checks are coming. You know how they're coming. You know how they are. So go look at them and go look at how Clarice was living and go look at Lynette and how she was living and how her channel was doing absolutely no numbers. The math ain't mathing. It hasn't been mathing. It hasn't been mathing. You've been using these villagers, girl. You and your husband. They are your money grab, and you were not going to let it go. Because there's no way that you should need to go to any store with these grown women to purchase anything. They may not know how to buckle a shoe because they never had that type of shoe before, but that's what the people are in the store for, to show them. They could go learn things and purchase things and discover things on their own. They are adults. They have earned this money, especially Clarice. She's earned this money because you have been extorting this woman for well over 3 years. And your lifestyle shows it and hers doesn't. Her lifestyle just began. And it only has because you had people in the comments, okay, they got all these subscribers, they know all this money coming in, why is she still living the same? And then you said, oh, I don't want people talking about it. So let me start helping her, let me start building, let me start doing something. Yeah. But people know this is your big money grab and you grabbed it. But like I always say in my videos, if you are helping them like you say you are, why can you not give this channel African Village Living to Clarice? Because she built it. Those are her 5,000,000+ subscribers. Over 600 million views. That's hers. Why can't you show Mama Chogo how to set up her channel? Why can't you set up these families to sustain their own income and control their own income? Why do you have to control the purse and say when money could be given out? And how much? Because it's like you're giving, Clarice a stipend every month instead of allowing her to control all of her money. It was your big money grab. And yes, Lynette Key, I call you a scammer. Yes, Charlow, I call you a scammer. And yes, I call you guys users because you have extorted these families. You have. And until you do the right things by these families and allow them to control what they have built and what they earned, I'm gonna keep saying it because the only thing you do is promote yourself and your channel and your products that you have at your home on these channels. That's how you're growing yourself, because you see that people are really interested in Clarice and what she is doing, and Mama Chogo and what she's doing, and you still continue to extort them because you're promoting, you're using them in that channel to promote yourself. None of your YouTubes, neither one of your YouTubes, Lynette or Carlos, neither one of your YouTubes has grown organically and quickly. None of them have. You had to use Clarice and Mama Chogo to grow them. And that is crazy because these African channels, they grow. For the amount of time that you have been posting and the amount of videos you have been posting, you should have well over 1 million subscribers, both of you. But you're not right. You are rotten people. That's why you don't have them. You are rotten apples. That's why you don't have them. And you're being built up now riding the back of these poor villagers. But more will come. People will continue to expose you, and more will come. More will come. More will come. Because you can't use and extort people forever. Guys, watch the next video. In the next video, I'm going to be talking about some things with Clarice. And then the one after that, I'm going to be discussing some things with African homestead living. Because, honey, when I say that Lynette and Charlow have really come up with a big money grab and a big money scheme to scheme these African villagers, baby, they have, and they are using it, but we gonna take them through there and we gonna expose them every time. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Because we're going to keep exposing, we're going to keep talking about it, and we're going to dig through it till we get to the bottom of it. If you want people to think you are good people, actually be good people. And don't scam others. I will see you guys in the next episode. Until then, this is your girl, Ladybird. And y'all have a good one.